Formula One has a massive problem. In 2026, the sport is introducing the most radical regulation changes in its history, and early simulations show something terrifying. These new cars will be 4 to 6 seconds slower per lap than today's machines. But it gets worse. They're also more dangerous, harder to drive, and potentially unwatchable. The 2026 regulations were supposed to make F1 sustainable and attract new manufacturers. Instead, the FIA has created what engineers are calling the ugliest compromise in motorsport history. This is how Formula One's obsession with being green turned their cars into bizarre, aerodynamically crippled machines that nobody wants to race. The nightmare starts with the engine. Current F1 power units are engineering masterpieces, 1.6-liter V6 turbos producing 1,000 horsepower with over 50% thermal efficiency. They work because they balance 3 power sources: the combustion engine, the MGU-K recovering braking energy, and the MGU-H recovering energy from exhaust gases. For 2026, the FIA is tripling electrical power from 120 to 350 kilowatts. That's 470 horsepower from electricity alone. Sounds good, right? Here's the catch. They're removing the MGU-H entirely. This is catastrophic. The MGU-H eliminates turbo lag and recovers massive energy continuously. Without it, the 2026 cars will have brutal turbo lag, like 1980s turbo cars, not modern F1 machines. Engineers estimate 0.3 to 0.8 seconds of throttle hesitation. In F1 terms, that's an eternity. Worse, with limited battery capacity, drivers face energy management hell. Mercedes simulations show drivers will constantly juggle battery deployment like a video game. Need full power to defend position? Too bad. Save battery for the next DRS zone or you'll be a sitting duck. This isn't racing, it's energy accountancy at 200 miles per hour. The combustion engine is also being neutered. Current engines rev to 15,000 RPM and produce 750 horsepower. The 2026 engines will rev to 10,000 RPM and produce maybe 600 horsepower. The result? Slower cars that sound even worse than the already hated 2014 V6 turbos. If power unit problems were the only issue, teams could adapt, but the FIA compounded the disaster by destroying the aerodynamics simultaneously. The 2026 regulations cut downforce by 30% and introduced the most bizarre solution, active aerodynamics called low drag mode. The front and rear wings will mechanically flatten at high speeds to reduce drag, similar to DRS, but on both ends. In theory, this maintains straight-line speed despite reduced power. In practice, it creates a car with schizophrenic handling that changes personality multiple times per lap. Adrian Newey, F1's greatest aerodynamicist, called the regulations amateurish. His concern is aerodynamic instability during transitions. When wings shift from high downforce to low drag mode, the car loses hundreds of kilograms of downforce in under a second. The suspension can't react. The tires can't adjust. McLaren sim drivers reported it feels like hitting ice mid-corner, then finding grip, then losing it again. The numbers are terrible. Sauber simulations show the 2026 rear wing produces 35% less downforce in corners, but only achieves 12% less drag on straights. You're sacrificing massive cornering grip for minimal speed gain. Plus, these active systems add 15 to 20 kilograms of actuators and sensors, dead weight making the car even slower. Surely the racing will be exciting though, right? Wrong. It's going to be worse than ever. The 2022 regulations allowed cars to follow closely without losing downforce in dirty air. For 2026, the FIA is throwing that progress away. With 30% less downforce, cars will be hypersensitive to turbulent air. The active aero makes it worse because following cars experience unpredictable airflow as the leader changes wing configurations. Imagine chasing someone through a fast corner. They transition modes, changing their wake turbulence. You suddenly lose front grip mid-corner. By the time you react, they've transitioned back and the airflow changed again. Battery management destroys racing strategy. Use all your battery fighting early, you're defenseless the rest of the stint. The optimal strategy becomes saving battery until the final laps, then deploying it all for one desperate attack. That's not racing, that's energy conservation with a brief moment of actual competition. DRS becomes absurdly overpowered. With less natural downforce, DRS advantages could reach 20 to 25 kph instead of the current 10 to 15 kph. Overtakes become completely artificial, requiring zero driver skill. Teams predict 2026 racing will resemble Formula E. Energy management dominates everything. Genuine wheel-to-wheel combat is rare. Fans don't tune in to watch drivers coast around managing batteries. So why is the FIA ruining their premier series? Politics, manufacturers, and misunderstanding what makes F1 special. The 2026 regulations were designed to attract Audi, Ford, and Honda by being relevant to road car businesses. These manufacturers are investing billions in electric vehicles, so they want F1 to showcase similar tech. The problem? Road car relevance and cutting-edge motorsport are fundamentally incompatible. F1 has always been about pushing absolute performance limits. When you design for road car relevance, you inherently limit performance. The FIA also massively underestimated team backlash. When rules were finalized in 2022, teams were told lap times would drop 2 seconds. Now, simulations show 4 to 6 seconds slower depending on track. That's 2015 performance levels with massive added complexity. Liberty Media is reportedly furious. They've invested heavily promoting F1 as the pinnacle of motorsport, attracting new fans through Drive to Survive. Now they must explain why cars are suddenly much slower and racing is worse. That's a marketing disaster. Teams are desperately lobbying for changes. Mercedes, Ferrari, and Red Bull publicly demand revisions. But with rules finalized and manufacturers committed to millions in development, major changes are unlikely. The FIA might make minor tweaks, but the fundamental problems are locked in. The 2026 regulations represent everything wrong with modern motorsport, prioritizing politics over performance, designing for manufacturer relevance instead of racing excellence, creating complex solutions to problems that didn't exist. These cars are weird because they're the result of compromise and committee decisions. In 2026, we'll watch the consequences unfold, slower, weirder, and nobody wanted it. Welcome to F1's future.